Parkville for the weekend. Just, just a little getaway.
Hello, everyone.
That sounds like a good...
Let me start by saying you guys are great.
Oh.
I'm so proud to have you as my team. You're the best in the company. Yeah, now, I know how hard you've all been working, but I'm afraid we need to put in one more weekend, okay? Great, thanks. Go team.
Go team.
I can't believe this.
Hey, sometimes you've got to put in a little extra time. What?
The 4 fundamental principles of effective recognition. Number 1, provide recognition in an honest and authentic way. Some managers think that any recognition is effective recognition, and that's just not true. If your motivation for giving praise is to get something in return, stop. That's bribery and is likely to do more harm than good. Your direct reports will know if your recognition is a not-so-good attempt at manipulation. Reward and recognition must be attributable to honest effort and successful results.
Alexis, that display looks wonderful. I love the way you arranged those flower pots. Very creative.
Thank you.
Oh, I do like those.
So anyway, I've been reporting to this guy for over 6 months. Not a peep out of him. Then this morning he calls me in.
And I just wanted to say that you're doing great here. Top notch. Definitely top of the heap. Keep up the good work.
Principle number 2, be specific and timely with recognition. The goal here is to provide immediate positive feedback for effort and results. The sooner you're able to recognize good performance, the more powerful that recognition will be. The same goes for specificity. Tell people exactly what they did that was noteworthy. That way, they'll know what behavior they should repeat.
Can you believe Lynn's performance?
Nobody's ever going to be able to do what she did. We need to recognize that kind of productivity.
Yeah. Let's give her a plaque.
I'm not sure she would really appreciate that.
What do you mean? Everybody likes plaques. Well, if you don't want to get her a plaque, then what?
Well, let's think about what Lynn likes. What's most meaningful to her?
Oh, that's easy. That boy of hers. She never shuts up about him.
That's it!
Principle number 3, individualize reward and recognition. You need to know your employees well enough to be absolutely certain the recognition you provide is comfortable to them. Both the symbol of your recognition and the setting in which you deliver that symbol are critical to providing effective recognition. Remember, recognition is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Recognition that is inspiring to one person could be worthless to another. And recognition that is affirming to one person might be humiliating to another. There is one final principle, and that is praise often. Be on the lookout for positive behavior. When you see it, say something, do something, recognize the behavior. If you haven't praised each of your staff at least once in the last week, you have an inadequate staff, or your performance as a manager is deficient. Research shows that employees who are recognized at least once a week for positive behavior are significantly more productive. Providing consistent recognition is one of your most important responsibilities as a manager. Now, let's review the key concepts for segment number 3, fundamental principles. Recognition must always be authentic, never manipulative. To be most effective, recognition must be individualized. To be most effective, recognition must be specific and timely. BOLO. Be on the lookout for good effort, progress, and results. Praise constantly. If you're a manager who is committed to the principles of effective recognition, you're faced with one very serious problem. You simply can't see all of the positive behavior that occurs in your work group. And if you don't know about it, you can't recognize it. For that reason, building a culture of recognition makes a lot of sense. When you build a culture of recognition, you create an environment where recognizing outstanding performance is the right and responsibility of everyone on your staff. There are a lot of ways you can get this started. Let's look at some of the ways great managers create a culture of recognition.
The Caught You Red-Handed board is an easy and really inexpensive way for people to recognize one another. I like the big board, but it can really take any form that works for you. And we encourage people to write thank you notes and notes of commendation to their peers.
Well, one of my favorite tools for building a culture of recognition is something we call the When Pigs Fly Award. Well, I'm sure you've heard the expression when pigs fly, which usually means that something is impossible. Well, what happens is we have this silly flying pig, and we let the team members all decide who among them has accomplished the most impossible task. And that team member gets to proudly display the coveted flying pig. And it usually gets passed around about every week or so, but the team members have a lot of fun with it.
I think to create a really vibrant culture of recognition, you have to help people stay focused on recognizing their peers. I found that one good way to do that is to announce at the beginning of every meeting that at the end of the meeting you're going to call on someone, and the person you call on is going to have to say thanks to someone in the organization.
As you create a culture of recognition, you'll probably notice that celebrations spontaneously erupt, and that is a good thing. An adage I've discovered to be true is this: there is no excellence without celebration. More and more as I work with successful managers, I find that as companies celebrate, they achieve. Creating a culture of recognition has three important components. First, you must model the behavior. You become the catalyst for the creation of a culture of achievement when you recognize your peers and your subordinates. Second, give your group the tools and encouragement they need to start recognizing one another. And third, celebrate accomplishments large and small. Make celebration an integral part of your culture. Now let's review the key concepts for segment number 4, building a culture of recognition. There is no excellence without celebration. Praise and recognition are the building blocks of a great organization. Great managers build a culture of recognition. Get everyone involved. Model the behavior, provide encouragement and tools, celebrate often.